Hello, my friends. Today I come to you with a crucial message, with a message from the divine book. And I ask you to pay very, very careful attention and to spread these words if you can, because in these words lie the key to the emancipation of not only ourselves, our souls, but also of humanity. So let us look at these words. I'm going to show you one verse from the Holy Text and the translation of those words. And then I'm going to proceed to unpack those words and to offer you a detailed interpretation and meaning of those words. And the words of the text I want to show you is from the Holy Book, chapter 9, verse 71. And it says, "The Affirmers of Truth, both men and women, are to be in mutual solidarity. They advocate for what is sound and advocate against what is foul. They establish engagement and they bring social refinement while obeying Allah and His Messenger. These are the people that Allah will shower with benefits, for Allah is the Mighty One, with perfect judgment." And so, my dear friends, those are the words that we have to pay heed to in this session. I'm going to highlight a few points for you. The first that I want to highlight is that the fact that this is a non-sexist movement. It incorporates men and women. وَالْمُؤْمِنُونَ وَالْمُؤْمِنَاتِ. It is those of truth, both men and women. أَوْلِيَا بَعْضُهُمْ أَوْلِيَاءُ بَعْضٍ. They are in mutual solidarity. They advocate what is sound and advocate what is foul and advocate against what is foul. And then the words that I want to emphasize today, وَيُقِيمُونَ الصَّلَاةِ وَيُؤْتُونَ الزَّكَاةِ. They establish engagement and they bring social refinement. Now, the clergy of the court, those who have transmitted the religion and corrupted the message, who have taken the meaning out of the Holy Text, have translated these words and have interpreted these words Salawaat and Zakat in the most reduced form, in a form where it has no potential for social revolution and social transformation. And so today I'm restoring the meaning of the word Salaat, which is establish engagement, not establish prayer. The word Salah does not mean prayer. There's no Arab in the world that can claim that the word Salah means prayer. The word Salah means connectedness. And so I'm going to give that word back to where it belongs. The instruction from the Holy Text is to establish engagement. And we will expand on what we mean by Salawaat. So let me highlight to you the meaning of the word Salawaat today. And let us talk about establishing the 5 Salawaat right now. What are the 5 Salawaat? The 5 Salawaat, or the 5 engagements, are not the 5 ritual sessions that you've been taught, because that is nowhere in the Holy Text. That is nowhere in the Holy Text. That is the invention of people who have attempted to rob the text of its revolutionary potential and of its transformative power. The 5 Salawaat are indeed the following, and let me take you through them. The first of the 5 Salawaat is to become engaged with God, the creator of the universe, to acknowledge Him, to embrace Him, and to become devoted to Him. And the first of the 5 Salawaat is the Salaat towards God, is to connect to God. And we as Muslims who belong to this religion already perform our first level of Salat, which is to ritually dedicate yourself at regular intervals through meditation and through words of praise and through actions of devotion to the Almighty. And I just beseech all others to, in whatever shape or form, to incorporate a daily ritual of dedication and devotion to the Almighty Creator of the universe. And that is the first engagement I beseech you with, my dear friends. And the second engagement I want to beseech you with in this session is to become engaged with what is right. You should make an effort, my dear friend, to discover what is right, what is true, and not to be brainwashed, not allow yourself to be cajoled by the forces of the power elite. You should for yourself exert all effort to discover the truth and to discover righteousness and to discover righteous behavior for yourself and right in society. And you should become an upholder of what is right, both for yourself and for society. And that's the second engagement that you have to become engaged with according to this command of Allah. And the third engagement I want to call on you to immediately institute, if it's not existing, is to become engaged with your close relatives, to connect with them in whatever shape or form, because these are the people that will have your back unconditionally, those close friends and family that you need to make it through this world. And then the fourth form of engagement that I call on you to immediately establish and engage in is engagement with your local community. And what does that entail? That entails you belonging to your local council, to your ward committee, to your any form of local political activism and any other form of local social activism that is underway, whether it is a neighborhood committee, whether it is a street committee, whether it is a county committee, whether it is any form of established mechanism whereby the people are advancing their rights and their interests. You should become involved in that, whether it's a mosque committee or a church committee. And I beseech you, my brothers and sisters, my friends, to heed the call to become engaged with your local committee for the sake of advancing and improving your local community. And then the fifth and very important form of engagement of these 5 Salawaat, these 5 engagements, is to become engaged with a global community of truth upholders, truth affirmers, those who want to eradicate falsehood, those who want to promote what is true and right and want to establish it globally. You should forge a solidarity with them. You should become engaged with them in whatever shape or form is realistic to you, whether it is through the internet, whether it is through conferences, in whatever way that is possible and realistic for you. You should become connected and engage with this community. So I take you back to the verse here, my dear friends watching this broadcast, that the affirmers of truth, both men and women, are to be in mutual solidarity. We should advocate what is sound and advocate against what is foul. And importantly, the lesson today is establish engagement. In other words, establish engagement with God, engagement with what is right, engagement with relatives, engagement with our local community, and engagement globally with all truthers. And those are the 5 Salawaat that we should become engaged with, not the 5 Salawaat that we have been taught by Ka'b al-Ahbar, the false messiahs who concocted an Islam that serves the interests of the Umayyads, that serve the interests of the kings and the power elites and the power and the priests. But come to the real message of the book, my dear friends.